Torah, let's finish. The next few days we'll finish the Maamar that we started Purim. Tzadik Aleph, Torah, first column, 15 lines from the top of the page approximately. Okay, the Alter Rebbe is explaining that the whole union of Purim, why it's not going to be bottled, because not Chas V'Shalom is going to be, all the other Yom Tov are going to be bottled, but it means the Gilui that's going to be then is going to be so great that the Giluyim of Yom Tov don't mean anything. But by Purim, it's going to be, even then it's going to be the revelation of Purim. And he says, V'chein Megillas Esther, the same thing, Megillas Esther is not going to be nullified. Hagam shenesh Purim ayu melubish b'derech hatav al pi'achash feidish l'cha'eda. The Alter Rebbe says like this. We learned before that because things are great but not so great, so therefore Mashiach comes, compared to the daylight of Mashiach, the candlelight is not going to do anything. But the question is, but Purim seemingly is also a lower type of a miracle, because it's a miracle in nature. He says, so even though Purim is in nature, L'cheira, it's a lower miracle, so therefore for sure it should become nullified. He says, on the contrary, moving from this, it's understood that the source of Purim's miracle above, it's a very lofty, high level, like he said before, the light of the torch, and a barrel of wine which is so full that it spills over. Meaning like this, we learned already many times that a miracle in nature is a greater miracle than a miracle out of nature. And we learned many times that a miracle above nature breaks nature. A miracle in nature comes from a source which connects both together. Now we learned last time before Purim, we were learning opposites cannot coexist unless if you tap into a level above both. So then over there everything is equal. So over there everything can coexist. So therefore miracle and nature are two opposites. For miracle and nature to coexist, like Purim was, it has to be a revelation higher than both of them together. Therefore, the days of Purim, the pasuk says, will never cease to be. Why? Because Purim is taka greater gilui, and therefore even when Mashiach comes, the revelation of Mashiach will not cancel out, so to speak, the revelation of Purim.
But for the Nes and Teva, right?
Because it's a miracle in nature, you're going above both together. But in order, so l'cheira like this, how do you reveal such a level? How can a Jew reveal a level which is above both together? We're limited in either miracle or nature. So he says, that it's not bottled like the ray you saw b'shas matan Torah nasiv and ishma. What allowed the Jews to reach a level of such great kedusha that even Mashiach comes is going to be powerful? He says the fact that the Jews said nasiv and ishma. Why? That's the inyan of betel haratzin lebal haratzin atzmei. We learned many times. Chassidus explains there's bittul to the ratzin and there's bittul to the bal haratzin. Bittul to the ratzin means you ask me for a favor, I hear the favor, I don't necessarily want to do it, I'll do it anyway. But I first hear what you want me to do. So now I'm bottled to what you want me to do, to the will. That's the level of nishma. I'll hear, let me hear what you have to say, I might decide to do it. Nasa before nishma means I'm not only bottled to what Hashem wants, I am so bottled to Hashem that whatever Hashem wants, I want. I'm not even bottled anymore to the Ratzin, to the will of Hashem. I am completely bottled to what Hashem wants, to the Baal Ratzin.
Right?
Right.
What's the difference between the first and second?
First, you ask me to do something. I hear what you want me to do. I hear what your Ratzin is. I can decide to do it or not to do it. So even when I decide to do it, it's not blind faith. I hear what you want, I decide to do
You
it.
made a conscious decision.
Nasiv and Ishma means I don't even know what you want yet. The fact that you're telling me to do something, I'm doing it.
Whatever.
Shazel in Yanasa. Shoyimuchonim lasis terim yishmo. That's the level of wanting to do something before even you hear it. Shorat bechinas alo bitul ratzi, which is complete bitul of the will. And then it becomes nishma, that's bringing it down into shmaya, into understanding. So you're taking a level of ultimate bitul and you're revealing it into understanding. And that's the inyan of Kesem Malchus. It says before you reveal Kesem Malchus. What's the Kesem Malchus in Avodah? So he says, Yitayag mitzvahs deraisa, the 613 biblical. The Zayim mitzvahs drabanon, 613 and 7 is 620, which is the numerical value of Kesed, Chav Tov Reish is 620, and that's also Tarach Amodei Ershe B'Kesed. That's the 620 pillars of Kesed, meaning, what does it mean, pillars of Kesed? What does a pillar do? A pillar connects, Tzadik Aleph. A pillar connects heaven and earth, so to speak, ceiling and floor, roof and floor.
Supports.
It connects and supports. Where is its support coming from? From the ground. The same thing, Hamshach of Torah mitzvahs, kam Hamshachas mimokim elyon meir etzel baruch hu mamish, lemokim namuch b'ma'ed. Where are Torah mitzvahs? Like the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya. What's Torah mitzvahs? Torah mitzvahs deals with physical objects. Remember, this Maamar is explaining the advantage of action. Mitzvahs are physical mitzvahs that come into physical things. Pure things, impure things, the laws of Tumah and Tara. Right? It comes into physical object. Where is it coming from? From the will of Hashem, that it's so great, it's higher than the level of Chokhmah, it's the level of Keser, and it comes me'er until Baruch Hu Mamish, l'mokim namuch ma'ed, ho'elam azaz shofel agashmi. Okay, so he says like this. So what did he explain so far? He said, Levush Malchus is the way this infinite level of Elokus comes into Malchus to come into the world. And then he says the second thing is
How to tap into it.
Levush Malchus. That's how you tap into, like he asked before in the Maamar. How can you reveal such a great level of Elokus down here? So the answer is through Torah. But then the pasuk continues, Susa Sherochav Lav HaMelech. The horse. What does the horse have to do with it? He says, Akol habeis b'chinas levush malchus v'kesen malchus. Hadayin tzrichim b'chinas su sasherochav alav hamelech. Again, all the hamelechs in the Megillah refers to Hashem. Yelevia levush malchus is Hashem. Kesen malchus, Hashem. Sus asherochav alav hamelech is again Hashem. That's what does it mean? Like Matan Torah, the pasuk says, Ki sirkav al susacha makveisacha. When you ride on your horses, the chariots. Well, the Indian is like this. What does this mean? The Gemara says, Kinam Erazal Gimel Shoyes Rishena Shoyim HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yeshiv V'Zon. Okay, the Gemara goes into the Gemara describes Hashem's day. What he does the first 3 hours, second 3 hours, third 3 hours. So the first 3 hours of the day, it says Hashem sits and supports the world. Balayla, he says Reichev al Kruv Kal. He rides on a quick like horse or whatever. B'shot b'chai elef alman, and he flies through the 18,000 worlds. Doesn't matter. Hashem goes at night. He goes on a quick horse, so to speak, and he goes cruising the worlds. Now, what does it mean? 18,000 worlds, and what is all? So he says. Advarim to explain this, he netiknu Chazal made a takana of Chai ben Chonditz Leisa, the 18 brachas of Shmona Esrei. Neged Chai Chulya Shebeshedra. The Gemara says the 18 brachas of Shmona Esrei, before the 19th was added much later. But when the Anshe Knesset HaGedolah made the 18 brachas, they instituted corresponding with the 18 vertebrae in the spine. What's the connection? 18 brachas because of the 18 vertebrae of the spine. He says like this, what's the inyan of a spine? By understanding what the spine is, we can understand what the brachas of the Amidah of Shemona Esrei do. He says, the spine goes from the brain to the thigh. Which is the lowest of those levels. Therefore, the first brachas, you bow. Baruch atah Hashem, right? That's the bowing of the head, which is amshachas bechinas chochmah. What's bowing? Bowing is you lower your head, meaning you're bringing the level of chochmah, the intellect of the head, down lower, right? You say meidem anachnu loch. That heidah comes in the level of the yerech, because yerech is the level of bittul. Because there's no intellect, there's no feelings. It's more action. Action is bittul. Vinei achai brachim mamshichin nishamas Yisrael gimel pamim b'yayim. These 18 brachas. Again, bracha means bringing elokus down. That's, we daven 3 times a day, right? Ach malachim is man shirosam ibalayla. Like it says, v'titin terev levesa. So therefore like this, malachim primarily is at night. So therefore when malachim... Huh? Sort of malachim. But the shedim don't sing shira and the malachim do. V'sham is chalak l'chai elef elimis. Why? Ki rechav alakimri b'sayim alfei shinan. Alfei Shinan is based on Lofim, missing from Rabbi Sem, which is Chaf Elef, which is Nishir Chai Elef. Okay, the Bible says, Rechav Elokim Ribesayim, which means from 20,000 you subtract 2,000, you get 18,000. V'kach mischal, don't ask me what it means. V'kach mischal, Hashem chol madrego madrego fi asagoso, b'chol Chai Elef madregos. Bottom line is, when the malachim sing praise at night, they bring down the level of elokus into all 18,000 levels, which is the similar concept of Hashem floating through the 18,000 worlds at night. Which is the teruf which is called keruf. Keruf is called the combination of the letters. Why? He says like this. Afterwards it says Rechem Elokim Ribesayim, and another pasuk says Adnei Vam Sina B'Kodesh, in the same paraktilim.
The same kruvim like
yeah, no.
It's not the 2 statues kruvim?
Yeah, but it's not referring to those 2. Kolemash Kmesh Nimshach Gishava V'Gili Eisis B'Amshachas B'Malachim. In other words, just like Elokus comes into the angels, Kachnim shebechinas Sine B'Kodesh, which are Tziruf, Eisius, Hamshach, Gili, Erinta, Mamish, and Torah, Mamish, which is given in Har Sinai. Meaning like this. By Matan Torah, he speaks about the Malachim. Now, what do the Malachim accomplish? They reveal Elokus down into the worlds. So therefore, the same thing happened by Matan Torah. Elokus came down by Matan Torah, all the great levels of godliness came down when Hashem Vayeret Hashem al Har Sinai. The Medrash says Hashem came down with all the malachim. Everybody came. Everybody, all the spiritual levels, entities came down into the world by Har Sinai. And then Acha Yeridus Meishem in the Har B'Seif Mem Yom. In other words, like this. What happened by Matan Torah? Hashem Upamal Yishalei, meaning all the malachim, everything up there, came down in Har Sinai. Then Moshe Rabbeinu came down after Har Sinai, 40 days later, he came down on earth. Right away they built the Mishkan. So the Mishkan, like it says in Basi Lagani, in order to keep the revelation of Matan Torah down here on earth, it became in the place of the Mishkan. The Mishkan was the place where God rested. So in other words, Hashem revealed himself by Matan Torah on the ultimate level. Then Hashem stayed down through the Mishkan. Now, and therefore the Mishkan was made out of physical objects. The Dvarim Gashmin, Zav, Kesef, Necheshit, reasons, all that. So he says like this. That's all the combinations of the letters. He says there are letters that are called Susim, there are letters that are called Kruv. There's different types of letters. There's Eisis Adibra, Eisis Machshava, whatever it means. Bottom line is, that's why the Chachamim instituted the Shemona Esrei, the 18 brachas. What do brachas do? Brachas bring Elokus down. They correspond with the 18 vertebrae of the spine. What is the level of the spine? Bringing down from the brain, the nerve center, through the spine, to the various different parts of the body. In fact, in Torah Or, earlier, the Alter Rebbe asks a question. We know in order to produce seed, you need das. A kid under bar mitzvah cannot produce seed. So it says, it has to, ein kishri el das. It has to be with the type of thinking and understanding and so on. So he says, if the tipa comes from the brain, then every time you produce seed, you should be missing something from your brain. So you should be missing something. Every time you lose something, it's a piece of it. The Alter Rebbe said, why isn't it like that? He says, very interestingly, that when it leaves the brain, it's spiritual, and it becomes physical in the spine coming down. That's where the seed becomes physical, so therefore when it leaves the brain, it's ruchnius, so it doesn't take away anything from the brain. It becomes physical down the spine, because the spine actually connects, is the nerve center of the entire body. How? Through the spine.
At the brain level, it's das.
The brain, that level of the brain is das, yes.